I am probably. Oh, I can't see. Oh, there we go. Okay, show I'm live. No, I need to adjust because I miss all this junk. Can I go in? Oh, there we go. Good morning, Hermit House. How are you this morning? Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Can you hear me pretty good? I kind of see my mic. There it is. It's got a little. Okay, I did a live last night and forgot to turn on my mic. Good grief, Herbie House. I know how that goes. I'm trying to set this up. This is my first time doing it on my laptop, and I'm glad it came in. Thank you, nice and clear. That's what's up. So, pretty background. Oh, thank you. It's just my stuffs, plants and whatnot. So I'm not sure what I can do on here. I don't have access to that feature. I don't know what that means. Okay, these words are truly small, and I can barely see them. Good morning, Mrs. J.K. Gardner. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Even looking sharp. Thank you. Good morning, sis. Growing with Hussein. Thank you for scrolling through. You have a great day also. I am here trying to figure this thing out on my laptop and talk about some stuff related to gardening, of course. A lot of the stuff is what I'm using and why I am using it. And it feels so good to see the chat. Like, I don't want to type because I don't want to mess none up. Jesus is Lord. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I can't see what that says. Busy but slicing and dicing. Okay, let's go. It's Thanksgiving today. Everybody should be cooking something. If not, they should be heating it up, warming it up, or whatever. I got a little turkey breast in there. It's just me. Yeah, everybody is doing stuff. So, with that being said, and me knowing everybody is doing stuff, I'm just going to show what I harvested. I harvested one squash, a patty pan, and a butternut. Yes, I did. And I'm happy about it. I'm not going to say I'm going to cook them today, but I will eventually cook them. So, yeah, I'm happy about them little squash because they was going through some stuff out there. I was fighting powdery mildew and all kind of stuff. But it's over now and it's time to grow indoors. Let's grow. Ooh, hashtag WIG 2025. Yes, I am doing I'm growing indoors, so why not uh grow in the challenge? I've grown in it every season except for one, and I'm ready to grow again. Nice butternut, nice. Oh, thank you. The other squash was a patty pan. Mr. Bowtie Life in the Garden. I made it. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. You know I love those winter squash. They can store all winter. Okay, that's what's good. This one ain't these ain't gonna be here very long because I'm gonna eat them. It's only one. Ain't no sense in me saving it for nothing. Go ahead on and cook it right now. So what I got today is a bunch of things to show. And I'll probably wait for a few more minutes, but I'm sure I have everything. And the first thing I want to talk about, since we're going to be growing indoors, good morning, pescatarian gardener. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Hashtag WIG2. Yes, let's get excited to grow indoors because it is that time. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is pots. The pots that I use for indoors right now. And I'm picking them up off the floor because I got everything down here. And the first pot that I'm going to talk about is the first pot that I got when I started doing my semi-hydroponics. Now, if you are not familiar with semi-hydroponics is where you have fertilizer inside of a container and you have your plant hovering over top of the fertilizer in some type of substrate. And by substrate, I mean soil, clay pebbles, rock wool, whatever you want to use. Good morning, Homestead Aquarius. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. And the pots that I have been using these for a number of seasons. These I use outside. And what made me get these pots is because it has the pot at the bottom right here, and it holds water. It does not have holes in the bottom because I had herbs and things growing outside and I got tired of watering them. And I am a container grower. All I use is pots and containers for my plants. And I got tired of watering them. So I found some pots, and this pot actually, like I said, was my first pot, and I was hanging them. It has a hanger right here on another pot with my herbs. Now, inside of the pot is a pot that has holes. So this is how the plant gets its nutrients and everything. And I have a better pot that I can show you. And yeah, they are stained because I do use them and I use them all. And I have quite a few. And this one is another pot, and I have the inner pot is also the same way. And this is a wicking rope. Now, the wicking ropes that I choose to use are not cotton, microfiber, yeah, microfiber. And the reason why I use microfiber instead of cotton is because the cotton holds algae, so it will turn green, and it's just not a good. I don't like cotton, so it's your own preference. And I'm missing some chat. Remodel all stuff I've done before. Just got this one scale. Huge job. Okay, Mr. Bowtie Life. I hope everything goes well for you. I know you've been working for a while. Good morning. Everybody is speaking. It has a drinking straw. Exactly, Hermit House. Exactly. Wicking process. Because once you put your fertilizer in the pot, you place your pot inside of the pot, and there you have it. It will wick up. Now, inside of these pots, like I said, you can use soil and all of these other things. And I have mineralized a lot of my soil, and I hardly use soil anymore, and I use a majority of these. I gotta learn how to work this camera. But these are clay pebbles, leca, hydroton, whichever you choose to call them, and they're porous clay pebbles is what they are. They come in all different sizes, all different shapes, all different forms. And they are good for plants. They are inert, meaning they do not have any fertilizer or anything in there to feed your plant. Everything you have to feed your plant, you have to feed your plant in these type of pots, especially if you're not using soil, which I am not doing any longer. Let me check the chat again. Clory, thank you for scrolling through. I almost missed you. I appreciate your time. Netta's Nest, salutations. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm just talking about some stuff that I use and why I use them. And this brings me to this pot, which has now become one of my favorite pots. I just can't afford to, yeah, because they're expensive. When you start collecting pots and things that you like, yeah, so I'll probably be getting more of these, maybe. I'm not sure. I've seen other pots that are similar to the containers that I use, but this is actually a lead pot. I can't see if it's focusing, but the lead pot is like it comes from the same manufacturer of the lead pots that use the tabletop hydroponics. And you can also put tubing in here and set it up for the same thing. This is the inside. It's a little damp because I washed it before I came because I didn't want no dirt dripping on me. But this pot holds way more than these pots. As you can see, this one fits in there, and there is still room around the edge. But this wicking system uses a pot at the bottom down here that pops out. And inside of the pot is where I put my clay pebbles. And I fill it up until it gets to the line in there, and then I put my plant in there. And a lot of well, I'm just gonna say all my plants, I've started from seed. I've started my herbs all over again: rosemary, thyme, lavender, all from seed, and they're all going to be in these self-watering containers. And this one does not require the wicking rope. It just sits in the pot, and the pot that's the wicking pot that's on the bottom, it goes down into there and it wicks up the water. So those are the pots. I think that's all of them. Yeah, those are all of the pots that I am using for my indoor growing. Oh, I lied. But I got some new pots and I did a video on them. They're self-watering tier planters. They are also wicking pots like this with the pot on the bottom that holds the fertilizer and the plants on the top. Let me check the chat again because I am missing some stuff. And I apologize, y'all, but I can't scroll because it does something crazy to the screen. Put some pressure on that like button. Thank you, Miss Pescatarian Gardener. If you have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. Everybody is speaking. I'm alert for now. I appreciate your time, Mr. Homestead Aquarius. Thank you. Okay, and speaking of fertilizer, I brought my blackstrap molasses again because, yeah, I keep getting requests to show this product again. I am not a sponsor. I do not get paid. This is just what I use. And this is blackstrap molasses. It is in the powder form because I got tired of using that sticky, I got tired of using that thick blackstrap molasses. If you know, you know. But this is powder. It's water soluble. Oh, it smells good. It smells like molasses. But anywho, it's water soluble, and I've pretty much switched all of my plants and everything to water soluble fertilizers because they last a long time. And yeah, it's a better bang for my buck because I can't afford to keep buying fertilizer. But anywho, I put the date when I first opened it, which was 10/22, October 2022. Yeah, and I'm still using it, and it's still good. Oh, I forgot to turn my notifications off, but okay. And this is a general purpose, and I'm reading, trying to read the directions, but it says used by same rate volume as liquid molasses, soil, compost tea, hydroponics, and then it has the ingredients, which are unsulfured powdered blackstrap molasses. That is all. Reading the ingredients on fertilizers, very important. Understanding what you're getting for your plants, very important. And this is the main product that I'm being asked about. And what I can also say is when I pick my fertilizers, I read the instructions and make sure that it is good for hydroponics and soil because I grow in both. Outdoors, I grow in soil. I have a couple of plants indoors in soil, and I use hydroponics. And I did not want to keep separating my fertilizers by buying fertilizers for hydroponics and fertilizers for soil. So that's another um, thing that I use for growing. You check the chat again. Who sells them Amazon directly or Let Pot? I got it off of the Let Pot website. I'm not sure if Amazon has those pots or not, but if they do, I'm sure they probably would. But it's called a let pot self watering. I don't know where I put it just now. Oh, there it is. Uh-oh. A let pot self watering planter, and it's good. I like it. I enjoy it a lot. It's big. Excuse me. The inside holds a nice, very nice sized plant or plants or flowers or whatever you choose to grow. But I started this, matter of fact, in 2022 with the hashtag WIG. Yeah, I grew okra and some more things, and I just kept my okra growing. And now I'm growing my okra as a house plant and snacking off of it. Yeah, that's what I do. I continue to grow. So, oh, good grief. Okay, so that ain't gonna work. My bad, y'all, but I gotta get my phone because I wasn't prepared, but I was prepared. And by that I mean I put my phone on my tripod because I didn't know if I could do this from a laptop. And now that I have, well, shut my mouth because I can check my chat on my, yeah. Excuse me, y'all. Let me see if I can get on to my live and check my chat because that'll be better. At least I can scroll and read the chat because, yeah. Okay, that's good. Now let me find a little stand. That way I ain't got to hold it. So that'll work. Farmer Chaz, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Six Bows is back. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I hope I ain't missing nobody, y'all. Zeta Rose, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Oh, it's popping up over here. I don't know what it's doing over there. It's a delay on it's a delay on the actual live. Just asking Homestead. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Just asking. Speaking, I'm reading the chat. I guess I better look up. Hey, friend. Just asking. Be prepared. Yes, indeed, Homestead Aquarius. Thanks for sharing about the dry molasses. Anytime, Chloe. How is let pot the correct spelling? Yes, it is. And I don't think it's called let, Let. The T is there, but it is silent. But it's spelled let pot. But I guess you have to be of the genre. Good morning, Stony Homestead. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. And keeping along with hydroponics, these are clone collars, and these also are a uh, it's a plant substrate that does not have an inert substrate. It does not have any fertilizer or anything. The main job of this is to hold the plant, and you put the plant through the middle and you close it and you put it on the top. I've been using these to prevent algae buildup on the top of my clay pebbles. And if I'm using soil, which I don't, but I would put these on top also because it blocks the light from going down into the unit. So these are good, and people do use other things, and I have used pool noodles and all that, but I found these to work better for me, and I can clean them the same way I clean my leca or clay pebbles, and boil them, sterilize them, the whole nine. So that's another thing that I use for my hydroponic plants. Let me check the. Oh, excuse me. Always a delay 10 to 40 seconds on the live, depending on the day's traffic. Our church's streaming is always set to 30 seconds. Okay, Mr. Bowtie, thank you for telling me that, because, yeah, that's weird. Is your indoor okra producing? Yes, it does. It produces all the time. And I could show it to you, but I can't walk over there with my laptop camera. But yeah, I have it on a lot of videos, and I've done updates and showing that okra can be pruned. A lot of people don't know you can prune it off the top to keep it from growing uh, vertically high. And once you prune it, it'll send out side shoots, and they also produce okra. Yes, they do. And I know this because, like I said, I grow okra indoors. And with my okra indoors, I not only prune the top, I also root prune, because root pruning also keeps the plant short. And yes, the pods, okra pods, they are the same size depending on how long you leave the okra. Just like growing outside, the variety of okra that I am growing is called baby bubble, and that's just because of my space is small. I didn't want to try and do big okra, knowing well, I just made myself well. They just made okay. Anywho, I can scroll now. I don't know. I don't know how. Okay, I seen that question. Good morning, everybody is speaking. I seen that. I was trying to look it up. Yes, pescatarian. It should be on the Let Pop website. Everybody is looking. When you go, there are going to be a lot of tabletops. But if you actually go into the website and you look around, they have lights and other pots and other what do you accessories for hydroponic things on that site. So that's how I stumbled upon their wicking pots, which they are absolutely awesome. Yes, they are. And you can add air stones and tubing in there, like I said. With the other pots, I can't do that. It only just sits like a crack key system. And a crack key is the same, it works the way that a crack key system works. Morning, morning, morning. Do you have to hand pollinate the okra? No, ma'am. I have a fan over there, and plus okra pollinates itself. So I get okra all the time, and now that it's pushing out more sided shoots from me pruning the top back, it's giving me more okra because I was getting them like one or two at a time. But once it started putting out the side shoots, now I get like eight or so at a time, 4 to 8 at a time. Bye. See you later, pescatarian. Thank you for scrolling through. Children will be coming shortly. Appreciate you. Okay, I appreciate you too. Thank you for scrolling through. Okay, the next thing that and I am missing. That's unfortunate because I'm missing that part, but that's okay. We're gonna keep on with this. Okay, these are pH meters, moisture meters, and yeah, that's what these are. This is an older version that I'm still using, and I keep it inside of, yeah, I keep it in here because I don't want anything to happen to the probes. Now, this is an older version to which I'm going to update it maybe in the next month or two. And I can't work the camera, but it has pH, soil, moisture. Oh, yeah, moisture and a pH meter. And what you do is you take these prongs and you place, this is for soil only. It cannot be used in hydroponics because of these probes. But you put this into the soil as close as you can to the root ball of the plant and you push it all the way down. Then you click the button to whichever one you want it to read, and it's going to read pH or soil moisture. And I don't stick my finger in that damn pot because of this. And I keep it wiped off with a rag or whatever I'm holding at that time. If I got my gloves on, I just knock the dust off, keep it clean, and put it back into, yeah. And I keep it like this because of that reason. And I'm going to upgrade it because I seen a digital version. And yes, these are important, even though I am a nerd. And if you get one, you get one. If not, then hey, keep on sticking your finger in that soil, but that ain't what I'm doing. And on the back, it has a chart also. And on the chart, it tells you your zone and, well, not your zone, the zone that is supposed to be red on the plant. And it has plants from daffodils to coleus, hibiscus, carrots, beans. So anything that is in the soil and you want to read your pH and your soil moisture, these are good. But like I said, I will be upgrading. And as a matter of fact, I'm getting my digital pH meter from growingoutthebox.com because, yeah, he does his checks with a digital meter, and I want a digital meter. That's what I want, even though batteries get on my nerves, like the batteries that have to be replaced in here. This is the hydroponic version that you do not put in soil. You put it in your hydroponic solution. And what this does, it also does the same thing. This reads pH. It reads, it doesn't read soil moisture. As a matter of fact, I keep this in the box also because it's a delicate item. And if you drop it, you have to calibrate it To calibrate it, there is an instruction where you use acid and neutral, and it comes with stuff. And I'm surprised it's still in the box. All right, Ariel, nutrition. So I'm live. And it has the pH powdered solutions that you can mix and calibrate your pen. And it's important to calibrate your pen so that you are getting the correct reading. And here are the instruction manuals for oh, it's almost whited out. The pens, and I am yeah. Okay, this pen checks pH, EC, and EC. I also can read ppm, which is a part of hydroponics, and the ppm is parts per million, which is how much fertilizer, and I'm not seeing that in here, is in the the water. Okay, I'm not seeing it. It's saying EC TDS temp. Okay, it's a 4-in-1: pH, EC, TDS, and a temperature. So I can check the temperature, the total dissolved solids, my pH, and the EC, which is also how much nutrients is inside of the water. Okay, I seen some stuff going on while I was talking. And I seen that. It's hard for me to read this chat, especially with these lights. There's Morningtons. Okay, okra, I seen that. Soyini Macarno. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Life with Tasharia. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Happy Wednesday. I am showing. So you're upgrading just to be bougie? Of course. I like new shiny stuff. Because I've been using the same stuff for, like I said, years. And it is definitely time for an upgrade. Because as long as you take care of your equipment, it will work unless you buy something cheap. I wouldn't recommend buying those cheap pens because you're going to keep buying those cheap pens. And by the time you spend, what is it, $8 for about 4 pens, you could have went on and just bought a good pen. So, next. Ooh, I wish I would have had, as a matter of fact, I think I know where there is one because I hardly ever use them. But I'm going to continue on since I'm seeing these back here. Irrigating indoor plants. Now, I don't pretty much care for the timers and all of that because of the fact that you have to set it for a specific rate and it'll flood, turn off, and all kinds of things. At least that's what my experience was because I've been through a lot of irrigation or help with irrigation for my plants. And as a matter of fact, let me do the big one first because, yeah. All right, I gotta move my keyboard out of the way. And here we go. Uh-oh, not stuff. Okay. Irrigation and what I am using. Tasharia, I love you. Okay. It's not my mail. Miss Cheryl Norris, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I am just going over what I use and why I use them. This is there we go, watering wand. Yeah, a watering wand. It comes with different attachments on the top to where I can spray, stream, all that good stuff. It's electric button right here. This is where I plug it in to charge it, and it's a C charger. And this tubing is maybe 10 feet long. I have another one that is over 20 feet, and I use that for watering. This one I use for fertilizer because I don't really care for the clear tubing, and you can see the gunk that is in there. But the reason I use these is because I'm an apartment grower, and every time I move, ironically, there is no outside faucet for a water hose. So I came up with this because it works and it helps. At the end, there is a filter, and you drop this inside of whatever your water. Let's say this is the bucket, and you drop this in here and you commence to watering. So, yeah, that's why I have two of these, because I use one for watering and one for or this one for fertilizer and the other one for just water. And the reason I did that is because I was being lazy and, as you can see, didn't want to keep cleaning that tubing out. Check the chat. Oh, that's fancy. Thank you. Good morning. Yeah, I had to figure out how I was gonna get this water to my plants because that watering can and dumping water. I enjoy watering, but yeah, I need some electronic help sometimes, and that's why I'm getting some digital things growing on. I like that. Thank you. Good morning. Oh, who's that? Just gifted. Miss Sonia, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Just asking, speaking. Okay. Now, the next irrigation item that I have are these, and they come in different types. This is the one I use indoors um, for a lot of my plants because it has the tubing that can be ran from one to the other. These are carrots. Well, not called carrots. They're called blue mats. This one has the name on it. Blue mat irrigation. I forgot. Maybe I don't want to call it a plunger either. I've been calling them carrots for so long, but yeah, these are awesome. The reason I like these is because they regulate themselves. By that, I mean this is terracotta, and you will see knockoffs. I cannot vouch for the knockoffs because, like Six Bow said, I'm bougie, baby. I like to have some name brand stuff that I know is going to do what it's supposed to do, and I'm not going to keep on replacing those products. But these are called Truth Blue Mat. T, oh, don't get me to spelling it. RUPH or F? Girl, bye. I should have looked it up. But anywho, blue mat. That's what these are called. Now, this blue mat is different from this blue mat. They come in a bunch of different sizes, different shapes. And yeah, I have all of the things because I actually use these products. I am not being paid. This is just what I use. Like I said, these are the things that I enjoy using and why I use them. But you do these the same as you do watering stakes. You plug them in right next to the root ball of the plant. The terracotta senses the soil moisture level, and it will release water when it becomes dry around the soil. And you put water into the top here. Okay, anytime you want to come to the camera now. There we go. You put water inside, and you put the top on while it's underneath the water. So you did. Okay, let me quit saying you. I gotta soak these. Okay, and when I'm soaking them, I take the cap while it's underwater and put it on, and it forms a seal. And this is how it runs off of gravity. It's gravity fed. That's what I mean. Because I prefer gravity because it doesn't use electricity. And if something should happen to break down, it's okay. I don't have to panic. Now, this particular one, as you can see, has a different tubing. This tubing is to connect to another carrot. This tubing is like if you go on vacation and you need something to quick water your plants, you take this end of the tubing and you drop it in the water. We're going to say this is the bucket. Drop it in the water and it's going to water your plant while you're away. And depending on higher or lower is how fast you get the water to run. If it's down here, it's going to run slow. If it's up here, it's going to run fast. So you have to your water to uh, water your plants. And I like these better than the plastic and the glass because, like I said, once you put them inside of those devices, the water automatically goes down. These actually run off of gravity, so it's not going to flood your plant. It's not going to give your plant too much water, and you just have to make sure that water is available to uh, fill those little carrots, which is not much, and it'll continue to soak like a wicking process. I'm checking the chat. Happy birthday, Cheryl. It's your birthday, Miss Cheryl Norris. I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. Birthday, Cheryl. Done that. Won't do it again. That ain't my nail. All the gadgets. Yes, I'm a gadget geek, as they. Share the same birthday. What? Farmer Chad's birthday and your birthday the same? Wow, that is something. What do you do when the power goes out? Because it does. Wait. Because it blows across my power lines, the power goes out. Oh, that's where the gravity comes in, especially for irrigation. You don't have to it's not run electronically. All it is water inside of whatever container that you want to put it in. Drop the tubing in there, and it'll continue to water your plants as long as there's water inside of your bucket or whatever. I've used bags, buckets, everything just to irrigate my plants with, and it works out pretty well. So, okay, I've seen her. Just let everybody know. Okay, I'm caught up. That was pretty fast. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is pest control. Yeah. A lot of people be like, how you don't have this and how you deal with fungus gnats? And yeah, I'll take all your questions now. But beneficial nematodes for the win. Okay. They done got so good, they got a little book now, a little magazine, if you will. And it's awesome. It has all the beneficial insects and everything that you can use to protect your garden. And this is what I use to protect my plants, okay? Because it works. And I'm going to find the ones that I use. They have ladybugs, live red wigglers, green lace swings, praying mantises, all kind of stuff. But what I use I guess I should have marked it. Okay, anywho, this is what I use. And this is the triple blend mix. And you see how many come in there? 30 million. Yeah, that was my last one, 30 million. They come in the millions. You cannot buy 5 or 6, and you can't buy because they're microscopic insects. And beneficial nematodes, I'm trying to see. Anywho, I use these indoors and outdoors. Yes, indoors and outdoors, they are safe. These, okay, there we go. This is a picture of a beneficial nematode, and here it is color right there. It's a little microscopic worm that rids your soil of any nematode, fungus, gnat, what other kind of larvae? What's the main larvae? Everybody, the beetle bugs that be flying around. I don't know how many people don't know, but beetles flying around in the air, they start out as larvae in the soil. That's where these come in. You, I use these twice a year. I use them in the beginning, in the spring, when the soil warms up, because the soil has to be a certain temperature. And I use them right before it starts getting cold, which was in the last time I did it was in September here. So if you want to keep fungus gnats and everything from flying around and infecting your soil, beneficial nematodes for the win, because they are awesome and you can use them indoor and out. This mix right here that looks like powder is not shelf stable. It has to be kept cold. There are versions that are shelf stable and you can leave them out with the rest of your fertilizers and they'll be okay, as long as they're not getting light, because the light is what does these things in. You want to keep them in a cool, dark place. And when I start, how I apply them is I mix it according to the instructions, and I water my plants just like I'm watering or irrigating my plants. And this is how they release themselves. And it's a cycle. They have a shelf life. Once they enter the soil, they'll continue to infect anything that does not belong in the soil until it's all gone. Then they'll eradicate themselves also. So they don't live forever. This is why I keep reapplying them. And this is, I want to say, my third, going on my fourth season using these. An entrepreneurial diary. Shamika, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. So is that used indoors? Yes, ma'am. Indoors and outdoors. And I have not used it inside of my hydroponics because I don't know how it'll react. I've been researching and seeing people uh, experimenting with it, but I have not. In my hydroponics, I don't have issues like that, bugs and things that I need to rid myself of. So yeah, I have not tried it in there, but in the soil works great. Did you see the man neighbor stole like 16 beehives and left him with one? Oh my, I think so. The beekeeper was like 80 something years old and they that was horrible. People are crazy. Yeah, I did see that. It was an older guy. He was a beekeeper. I didn't know they stole it from him. I seen somebody had took something, and I was like, "Wow, people just do not care." And what they gonna do with them? Good morning. If they didn't like the light, then do you have to apply them in the dark? No. You can, it's like okay, I apply them in the morning. So it'll be like dusky outside. But at the same time, I'm thinking lights is like strong lights versus just being out in the daytime light. Because if you keep something out in the light, it'll deteriorate over time. But if you protect it from, getting that extra rays or whatever it is goes on, they'll last longer. So I keep mine in the refrigerator. I buy it at the beginning of the season, and I separate and I use what I'm going to use at the beginning of the season because I don't have that many pots. And then I use the other half during the other end of the season. And I don't have issues like I used to have a lot of roly polies and slugs and ants. And it's very effective against ants because if there's a queen in there, yeah, eradication. So I would recommend if you're having issues with insects that you're just not wanting to see, or yeah, that type of thing, because insects are important for the ecosystem and they help your garden thrive, good and bad. But when you're having an infestation and it's causing the demise of your plants, yeah, I would take action. I'm not going to sit up and let white flies and all these other things that come. I'm just not, because I need to eat. I'm not growing just to. I'm not doing that. Kiki hysteria is sad. Yes, it is. That is terrible. They gonna pay for that. You got that right, Miss Cheryl. Is it expensive? No, it is not expensive. It's roughly around. I think I paid like $15, and the biggest one that I got was like $25. Yeah. They sell them by the millions. That's why I said I think the cheapest that I had was like 5 million. Maybe that was like $15. And then this 30 million, I want to say I paid $15 for. Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't recall. But it's not expensive. It's reasonable. Good God's glorious morning, Psalms. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Okay, y'all. I have to grab one piece. Oh, this right here. My sharpener. Because I forgot where I was at. Maybe it was Miss Shirley OG. And we were talking about tools and protecting your tools and sharpening your tools. That's what this is. This is a sharpener for knives, scissors, and things like that. The only thing I cannot sharpen with this, to which, okay, is bread, the one with the jagged edges. I have so many other knives that's not really that important. My main thing was my scissors, my knives that I use constantly. So yeah, this is a very good to have on deck. And I've had the knife sharpener that you use on the stone thing, but I can't keep up with it. I keep everything in their boxes, and when I'm done, I clean it and I put it back because I know that taking care of my equipment will make it last longer. And it does. It's adjustable. It's a 5-in-1 knife and scissor. I don't know if it's even coming in. Sharpener. They come in all different sizes and shapes and things. And yeah. Let me check the chat again. Do you use it as a preventative measure or only if you see a problem? Um, I'm thinking you're talking about the beneficial nematodes, miscellany. But yes, I will wait until I have an issue. But there is this thing called, I'm trying to think, IPM. I can't remember what the initials, but it's about pest management where you are constantly checking your plants and doing things to prevent pests from entering your space. But it's IPM, I'm sure. I just can't remember about. I know it's pest management, some type of way. But I will wait until because the reason that I got it the first time is because I had roly polies and they were actually eating through my fabric pots from the bottom and putting holes in them. And ants were just running rapid. I couldn't, my plants were, I've heard a lot of people say ants are good and they do this and that. Okay. When ants get through tunneling, they will tunnel through your roots. This is what I know because I've had an infestation of ants and they are not they will not go around your roots to make a tunnel. That's what they ain't gonna do. They will go through your roots if there are enough ants in that pot. And I did not have enough gumption or intestinal fortitude to just be throwing my plants and junk away. I also had root knot nematodes, which you do not want to have ever, ever. And with root knot nematodes, it killed my grapevine that was producing grapes. Yes, it did. And this is why I had to get a whole new grapevine because I was being greedy. Put one in from the garden center thinking, oh, these roots are great. No, I didn't know what I was looking at. Root knot nematodes. If you have not seen root knot nematodes and what they look like on your roots, I would implore you, please look up root knot nematodes because it is disgusting and beneficial nematodes takes them out. Contrary to what anybody will tell you, I know from using what I use. And with those, I tried everything from the marigolds, VTech, cover crops, all of the things. And those root knot nematodes are horrible. But what solved the problem? Beneficial nematodes for the win. And I clicked on something in my chat, y'all. I gotta go back. Sorry. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. If I missed your question, I apologize. Can you put a link to that sharpener in the description when you are done? Sure, Farmer Chaz. I hope I can. Yeah, I think I can. I just can't do it now because I'm even having problems scrolling. So typing, yeah. Can you briefly talk about electrical cost of indoor gardening? Does it affect your electrical bills much? Clary. So I have a lot of pumps, fans, lights, hydroponic units, and things like that. And my electric bills are not high. The reason is because everything does not have to run all day long every day. I only run my lights for 12 to 16 hours and I have them on timers so that I don't have to keep turning them on and off. I have updated my grow lights to either LEDs or quantum boards. Quantum boards are the flat plated LEDs and they are I don't know how to say about the electrical, but it's Not like using a regular incandescent light bulb pulls more than an LED light bulb. Let me just say that. So it saves money. It's not really expensive, and you just have to control your environment. And I don't have to do a lot of um, lights because there are a lot of plants that like this. What is your miracle berry? It does not like to be hit with direct light. The lights are shining towards it, but they are not hitting that plant. Succulents, they don't have to have light like that. And I grow a lot of herbs and fruit plants that require my tropicals, let me say that. Now they require stronger light, which will be the quantum boards and the LEDs versus the grow light bulbs. But I don't find my bill. I'm pretty much a budget, or I don't know what to call it, but I don't have money to be. So yeah, it's not expensive at all. Good morning, Angela Calloway. Thank you for scrolling through. I don't know if I spoke or not. Uh oh. Uh oh. Okay, I kind of got it. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Did you have coffee yet? Who is that? Well, I don't drink coffee. That ain't my mail. How about that? I would assume indoor power costs. Okay, I think, did I see that? Lights. Okay, no, six poles. The lights is probably what costs the most. No, that's actually cheaper because LEDs, like I said, grow lights, they don't use as much power as a regular incandescent bulb. And I started growing with just regular grow light bulbs. As a matter of fact, these bulbs right here. Okay, over there. Yeah, grow light bulbs. Miss Shirley, OG Gardner, did I speak? Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you scrolled through because I was waiting and I was going to show my other ones, but I don't have them here. But these are the bags that you were asking me about. I have bigger ones and things that I can cut and put together also because I've been using these for quite some time. They are gopher bags, if you will. You put your plant inside of there and it goes into the soil, and they can't chew through this because this is a steel, uh-oh, steel mesh. Okay, it's not a garbanzo bag, and I do have some of that. I was going to bring one for an example, but yeah, I forgot it. But this is a steel mesh bag, and I use it for my melons and things that are aerial in the air. And what I do is I take some of this. I thought I had a piece, but this is twine. There's a piece right there that I just miraculously have. But I take a piece of twine and I take the top and I fold the top down. I take my twine and I poke it through to make a bag. Once I get it all the way around, I put it closed around my fruit, melon, or whatever it is, and then I pin it to my trellis, just like that. And it's just a regular steel mesh. This I think might be and they do fit. I mean, they will stretch to fit the melon because I have had one stretch inside of here. This is a 3 gallon. This is a 1 gallon. And they do come bigger, like I said, and you can cut to fit. And so, but they cannot chew through here. Squirrels, rabbits, gophers, because it's actually meant for gophers and to go underground. But like I said, plums, grapes, melons, anything that I want to protect from um, animals chewing through, yeah, these are what I use. And I'm a big plant protector because I like eating my produce. I don't, yeah, I save some and I let some go bad for them and I put it to the side, but I grow for me, not for them. Well, I'm lying because I do plant flowers and stuff for the birds. Excuse me. Let me check the chat. Let me rephrase that. You can save money depending on the light. Yes, you can. Six Bows is back. Miss Shirley OG. Thanks. Are they squirrel proof? Of course, they are gopher proof because the first thing in my mind, when an animal comes up, they're going to use their paws and they're going to scratch. Those gabanza bags will give. Once they hit that cloth material or fabric material, it's ripping. This is not. They can use their teeth, they can use their claws or whatever. They're going to be bleeding by the time they get through this bag because it's metal. I won't say that it's sharp because the edges are rounded. Can it be cut? Yes, it can. Uh, Once you cut it, it's a sharp wire on the end, so you will need to be careful. But yeah, these steel mesh bags and how I came across them is because of my uncle, who is also a gardener. He had a big one over his grapevine because he wasn't just protecting just individual, he was protecting the whole grapevine. And I do have a video of that where I show where I'm getting grapes off of his grapevine. But that's where I found out about the steel mesh bags. And I was like, I'm gonna find me one of them because yeah, they was tearing me up. But not no more. I'm here just to hang out with G Mama. Thank you. Six Bows is back. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I feed the kids. My plants be starving. Everybody, that's you. Kids before plants. Kids before plants. In that order. Wow, I've never seen those. Yes, Homestead Aquarius. I switched from those Gabanza bags a couple of seasons ago because they cute. And I did buy those first. Yeah, I did buy those first, but I don't use those outside for protecting my plants anymore. Where did you get them? I think that Amazing store. Yeah, that's where I got those from. Bye, just asking, friend. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Oh, y'all, we is rolling on. Yeah, I think that's good enough. I got some more stuff, but hey, time is a ticking and people got places to go and things to do. And I truly appreciate y'all scrolling through and kicking it with me for a second just to show the things that I use and why I'm using them. So, let me check the chat. I'm gonna see if there's some more questions. Six Bows, how have you been? I haven't seen you in forever songs. Yes. I'm just looking, scrolling. Okay, I'm finna attempt to scroll back because it's letting me scroll, y'all. And this is the first time of me actually doing this on my laptop, so I'm not able to move around with my camera here. Have a great holiday. Have a great holiday. Great info. Thank you so much, Sada Rose. Anybody got any questions on anything? I done talked about some stuff. Yes, I have. Oh, and another, I looked down at the beneficial nematodes. I might have to go and get it. Oh, natty. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go get it. Give me 1 second because this is important. And I just would rather show it than talk about it and keep repeating myself because, yeah. Give me 1 second here and I'll return. And I don't have my mic, so I gotta step around and over jump and try not to tip stuff over. And I'm gonna make it quick. And what was I going for? Lord have mercy. Okay. Okay. Now I gotta maneuver back. Try not to step on some junk. Okay. I'm back. And what I went and got is one of my buckets. Okay. Well, y'all can't even see it, so that was a waste of time, but I can open it up. But this is neem seed meal. Okay. And it smells like neem. Neem seed meal, also known as neem cake. All right. It's a byproduct of neem oil, to which is, I don't know why it's sweeping or becoming a fad, because what it does is a systemic for uh, insects in the soil. So, neem cake. This is neem meal. This is just a one of the brands that I use. I typically get the one that's on sale, but it's also a fertilizer, stronger plant roots, higher crop yields, healthier plant growth, heals damaged soil, plants needs less water, slow release fertilizer, will not hurt beneficial insects. Okay. So what this does is it stops the life cycle of the larvae per se at the larvae state versus waiting until it's full grown and flying around. This is a soil amendment that I have in all of my containers, and it comes in a bunch of different forms. And I try to make sure that a lot of my things, even though they are getting away, or the old MRI factor, to which you would have to do a lot of research on that to understand that this is why I'm switching from a lot of my, salt based fertilizers to a more natural uh, fertilizer, if you will. Good morning, Miss Shirley. Scrolling. Is the neem smell light or just as strong? Hmm, that's hard to say because it smells. It smells. It's not a strong smell that you be like, oh my God, but it smells like neem. Yes, it does. Good morning, everyone. Tigsy enjoys gardening and life. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I just was going over some stuff that I use and why I use them this morning. Mix. Yes, Miss Shirley OG. It's bad out here. Today supposed to be a good day from the forecast previously. So I'm trying to think. I think I'm going over everything. I'm about to get in the cannon. I'm looking at my jars and things like, wow. I've been collecting some stuff. Good morning. Good morning, you girl Rose. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. It smells like nutritious plant. Yes, it does. Neem is strong, but it does its thing. And yeah, the only thing I don't use that neem cake in is my hydroponic unit, but it's in all of my semi hydroponic pots and my uh soil. Yeah, because that's what it's meant for. No snow, but rain. Okay, it's been doing both snowing and raining here. Okay, y'all, I'm being nosy now. I'm in the chat. I'm just happy I can see the chat, and I wish I could do some more stuff. Let me see. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Chat, pin. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I just clicked. Oh, Lord. Mm, there we go. Almost blocked me, Shirley. Clicking on stuff. But I'm back now. G Mama, did you get your seeds? Yes, Miss Tigsy, I did. I was trying to save them. Matter of fact, here they are right here. And yeah. Ta-da! I did good. Didn't show the address. But since you are here, yeah, let me open these. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate you. You're always thinking about me. Yes, indeed. I love you. And not just because you gave me seeds. Miss Tigsy, enjoy the seeds. Woo! Okay. These are, oh yeah, the lion's ear. What is that? The flower too, Miss Tigsy. Thank you. These are lion's ear. Okay, so, and y'all can't read it, but anywho, these are lion's ear. Yeah, I said it again because not lamb's ear, but lion's ear flowers and seeds so I can grow. And yes, I will be growing these immediately. It's an herb. I looked it up and it's a good herb from what I've been reading. But this herb is different. Okay, let's start there. Tigsy grows in a warmer climate than I do. I grow where it gets it can get in the minus and it snows. She is a more tropical grower. So this is going to be a tropical herb to which the winter version of this herb would actually be the lamb's ear. Lamb's ear, lion ear. They are ears. I don't know why. But they are herbs. And this one is a special one that I can't wait to grow. And it grows like a mint plant. I did remember reading that. So, yay, seeds. Thank you, Tigsy. I appreciate it. And I am excited to grow that. I'm excited when I get seeds and stuff like that because, yeah, let's grow. Hashtag WIG 2025 while I'm saying it. Yeah, because I'm ready. Yes, lion's ear. Feel the petals, they are soft. Okay. Well, I done packed you back up. Feel the petals. They are soft. I can imagine because lint. Ooh, they don't have no smell. Oh, can I use these for some tea? Because I will. They are flowers, and flowers can be used in tea. Yes, they can. Oh, they are pretty too. So it's gonna have orange flowers. Okay. Nice, nice. I got a new herb in the mint family, so I know it ain't gonna be no problem to grow. Well, I'm hoping it ain't gonna be no problem to grow. The lion and the lamb. Yeah, that was very nice. Yes, indeed, you grow, Ro. Because I love some seeds and some plants. And people thinking about me. Yes, I do. Wait, did she say? I guess I'll look it up. Yes, you can. And I dehydrate them. Okay, thank you. What do you use them for? It's an herb, Miss Shirley, like a mint. So whatever you can use mint for, that's what this herb is for. Unless you're talking about the actual what it does. I am not an herbalist. I don't know. I would have to research that because this is a new plant. And I just looked up some things because I know she was sending it to me. Or we talked about this plant. How about that? Chanel loves the garden. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm just kicking it right now. I'm sure people got places to go and things to do, but this is my weedy pop up day. And I was doing nothing. So I said, hey, well, I'm lying. I was doing some stuff, but I said, this is what I do on Wednesday, turn on my camera and show what I got going on. So here we are. Gotta go to work. Thank you for scrolling through, Mr. Bowtie. I appreciate your time. I'm about to wrap it up because I've been on here for a while and I don't even talk like this normally, but I had some stuff I had to share, had a couple of questions, and yeah, I think I did pretty good. Pretty good. So, with that being said, y'all, so much going. Hey, you roll. Okay, Renee's Garden, did I speak to you? Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Everybody have a great day. Get full if you can. Get some rest. Sleep is important. Yes, it is. Simply Bell Living, good morning. This is the end. We are done, 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 done. And I'm happy because I've accomplished my mission. If you have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. I appreciate everybody scrolling through. And yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you. Appreciate it. No worries. 10 replay, I appreciate you. Thank you for scrolling through. And don't forget to click the like button. I appreciate your time. And I guess I can read this chat all day, but we ain't gonna do that because I keep on saying I'm gonna go and I keep looking at the chat because it keeps scrolling. So peace and love, my gardening comrades. Heal thyself. It can be done. I'm out. Have a beautiful day. Okay, how do we end this thing? Okay, end session is right at the bottom.